Now they live down here with the clown!
Welcome to Derry. Episode 5 ending explained. What's really in the box? Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're diving deep into episode 5 of it. Welcome to Derry, an episode packed with illusions, cosmic horror, major character revelations, and one of the most intriguing Stephen King universe connections yet. This episode marks a turning point in the season. The kids venture into Pennywise's territory once again. The military inches closer to attempting the impossible, caging an ancient cosmic being, and Dick Hallorann faces the darkest corner of his own mind. And, of course, the cliffhanger ending sets up a supernatural catastrophe with major implications for the remaining episodes. So, let's break down episode 5's ending, what's really inside Hallorann's box, the creepy return of Maddie, and how a single fallen star shard becomes the key to Pennywise's downfall.
I was right.
The kids search for Phil, and Pennywise's biggest manipulation. Episode 5 picks up with Lily and her friends still grieving Phil and Maddie, unsure what to do next, until Maddie seemingly reappears, insisting Phil might still be alive. But audiences already know Pennywise's favorite trick, emotional manipulation. Just as it lured Phil's group during episode 1 by showing them an illusion of Maddie, it now uses Maddie again to lure Lily's group into the sewers. Pennywise understands the kids' emotions better than anyone. It knows that if Maddie tells Lily that Phil is alive, she'll risk anything to save him. And that's exactly what happens. Lily convinces her friends to plunge into the sewers, unaware they're walking directly into Pennywise's trap. Meanwhile, above ground, the U.S. military finalizes plans to capture Pennywise as part of Operation Precept, hoping to weaponize the creature. Of course, anyone who's ever read Stephen King knows that never goes well. The sewer descent, and the truth about Maddie. Once the group enters the sewers, the tone immediately shifts. Every character confronts some version of their deepest fear, and tensions escalate as Pennywise stalks them from the shadows. Then comes the reveal. Maddie suddenly morphs into Pennywise. It confirms that the boy was never alive. Not now, not in episode 1, and that the kids walked straight into Pennywise's domain because they wanted to believe. Moments later, the group finds the bodies of Phil, Maddie, and other missing kids. It's one of the series' darkest sequences, and a sobering reminder, Pennywise is always 10 steps ahead.
No.
Dick Hallorann's box, and the Doctor's sleep connection. Now we reach the most compelling moment of the episode, Dick Hallorann's psychic confrontation. Pennywise forces him into a vision where he is transported back into his childhood. There, he meets his grandfather, an abusive figure, and his grandmother, who had tried to protect him from forces he didn't fully understand. In the vision, his grandfather threatens to open something called the box. The show never directly explains the box, but Stephen King fans immediately recognize what's happening. The box is a mental lockbox, the same supernatural technique used in Dr. Sleep. In Dr. Sleep, Dan Torrance learns how to construct psychic lockboxes, mental containers that trap evil spirits forever. Hallorann, who trains Dan in the book and movie, is shown to have mastered the same power. But in Welcome to Derry, we learn something bigger. Hallorann has been trapping dark forces inside these boxes since childhood. These aren't just memories, they're entities, ghosts, spirits, evil things that were never supposed to roam free. When Pennywise intrudes into Hallorann's mind, it manipulates him into opening the box, unleashing everything he spent a lifetime containing. This small moment has huge consequences. Pennywise becomes stronger, feeding on the released darkness. Other long-buried spirits escape, now free to roam the human world. The psychic barrier between life and death begins to crack. This might be Welcome to Derry's most important plot point so far, and possibly a setup for future seasons or even larger Stephen King universe crossovers. Polly's ghost, and what Hallorann realizes. Shortly after the psychic break, Hallorann encounters something chilling, the ghost of Polly, who died earlier during Operation Precept. But Polly's ghost isn't normal. His pupils have turned white, his expression is vacant, and he wanders aimlessly, almost as if he's lost between two worlds. Hallorann instantly understands what this means. By opening the box, he unintentionally opened a portal between the living and the dead. That boundary, something he had spent years sealing, is now breached, and Pennywise is feeding on the chaos that spills through. This revelation horrifies Hallorann because he knows what it means. The dead can now leak into the world of the living, and Pennywise can use them. It's no longer just a monster problem. It's a supernatural contagion.
See him too.
The military's tragic mistake, and Leroy's huge loss. Leroy, recruited for Operation Precept because he doesn't feel fear, becomes one of the episode's emotional centers. His fearlessness makes him the perfect soldier to confront Pennywise, but also blinds him to the psychological traps the creature sets. When Pennywise takes the form of his late wife, Shaw momentarily loses control. Confusing illusion for reality, he nearly shoots his own son. Polly tries to intervene and takes the bullet himself. It's a devastating moment that reinforces the theme of the episode. Pennywise doesn't just kill people. It turns their worst emotions against them, and in doing so, it destroys the living just as effectively as it consumes the dead. The Uncle Sam Pennywise, a horrifying symbol. One of the most creative sequences in Episode 5 involves Pennywise taking the form of Uncle Sam from the iconic "I Want You" military recruitment posters. At first glance, it's almost darkly comedic, but the symbolism is brutal. Those posters represent duty, obedience, sacrifice, the pressure to be strong, the fear of failing your country. The two soldiers in the sewer are already terrified but feel obligated to continue because it's their duty. Pennywise weaponizes that exact pressure by turning into the ultimate symbol of military authority. It mocks their sense of responsibility and then kills them. This is classic Pennywise, using institutions, icons, and belief systems to torment victims psychologically before devouring them physically. Taniel's Fallen Star Shard, and how it saves Lily. Episode 4 revealed that Pennywise originated from a cosmic star-like object that landed on Earth long before humanity. Rose's people used shards of that fallen star to repel or contain the entity. Before Taniel joins Operation Precept, Rose secretly gives him one of these shards. However, during the chaos in the sewers, Taniel accidentally drops it. Moments later, Pennywise corners Lily, seemingly sealing her fate. But as the clown moves in, it recoils violently. We then see Lily lying beside the shimmering shard. The shard is Pennywise's kryptonite. Its presence stops the creature in its tracks, saving Lily's life. By pure chance, or perhaps because of fate, Lily now holds the one weapon capable of weakening the cosmic monster. And you can bet she'll use it later in the season. What's really in the box? Now, let's answer the title question. The box is not a physical object. It's a psychic construct that Hallorann has used since childhood to imprison dark supernatural forces connected to The Shining. Inside the box are malevolent spirits, trauma-born entities, psychic parasites, and possibly remnants of Pennywise's influence. When Pennywise forces Hallorann to open it, all of that darkness spills into the world, empowering the monster and destabilizing the boundary between realms. In short, what's in the box? Every evil thing Hallorann has ever trapped, and everything Pennywise needs to unleash hell on Derry. The ending. What Pennywise wants now. By the end of Episode 5, the kids barely escape the sewers. The military loses control of the operation. The dead begin slipping into the world of the living. Hallorann's lockbox is open. Pennywise is growing stronger, and Lily now holds the shard that can kill or contain the creature. Pennywise's final actions make something very clear. It's no longer just feeding. It's preparing. For what? A full-scale haunting of Derry. One far bigger than anything the town has seen. Final thoughts. Episode 5 masterfully blends Stephen King lore, deep character development, and cosmic horror. By connecting Welcome to Derry with Dr. Sleep, the show expands the King universe in exciting ways. The lockbox concept opens the door to new threats, new ghosts, and new connections to the Shining mythology. And with Pennywise stronger than ever, the final episodes promise to be intense, emotional, and full of terrifying surprises. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments. Do you think the Star Shard will be enough to stop Pennywise? And what other Shining-related powers do you think Hallorann might unlock? Thanks for watching, and as always, stay out of the sewers.